Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I drive this drive from Ames to Ankeny. 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. I drive this on my way to my practicum. This is the time, though, in my days that I have time to think, time to get organized, time where I'm not idly doing something or trying to finish a project or trying to find time to do another project. This is the time that my mind races, but in a coherent way. It's a sobering time for me. I get to organize all my thoughts and organize my ideas and what needs to be done for that week. It's kind of funny that this drive is the only thing that keeps me sane when this drive is leading to a place where the majority of my stress comes from. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Driving this drive has come like second nature to me. The first day I remember getting into my vehicle and putting in the directions, the end destination into my phone, and it immediately following the directions. I was so busy trying to follow the right signs. Stay on Highway 30. Take a right onto I-35. Merge onto I-35. Continue all the way to Ankeny. Take a right on the First Street. Then take a left on Southwest Orchid Street. It became like second nature to me, though, throughout these past 5 weeks, as I've been doing this drive every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Many of these times while I was driving, I get to think, and I think about, did I finish Cho's assignment? Is that project due tomorrow? Did I do that thing that's due tomorrow? I should text Tessa or Libby. They'll know. Did they pay attention? Did they get the notes? This mindless matter is what consumes my first part of my trek. Just making sure I had done things and making sure my homework is done and or when to do homework. As the drive continues on, I begin to think of other things too. I start to delve into a world that I can just think and not be active and not be moving and not be obsessed with projects and deadlines and lesson plans and unit plans and all these other requirements that I'm supposed to have done now. This drive reminds me of a lot of things. As I drive the sky, I look at the sky, the blue with the clouds wispy over. Looks like the ocean. It reminds me of the time that my family took the trip to Puerto Rico. We went to Puerto Rico, I think my junior year of high school. It was beautiful. I remember that first night we got to the resort. My sister and I walked down to the beach, and we were standing there. And the ocean was blue, but there was the foam coming in, and it kind of wisped over top, kind of like the sky looks now. Little things like that. I enjoy those memories that sneak back into your life. The ones that you don't expect. The ones that just kind of pop in and appear. And you smile because you didn't think you'd think about that today. That's how my Puerto Rico one happens. I don't really think about that much, but it was one of the most happiest times in my life. The fields to the left and the right of the interstate always seem to remind me of my grandpa. I don't know why. He hasn't farmed in many years, but I still look at these fields and it reminds me of being at my grandparents' house, a place where I spent so many summers, so many days in my childhood. When I was younger, we were always there. My parents always took the 3 hours north trek. We went to my grandparents. I feel like all my memories were more there than at my own house. As we got older, though, other things came up and we didn't have time, which is sad. Oh, Kenzie and I grew up and Mom and Dad couldn't make the treks anymore. I think I like to remember his fields because it was a happy time. It was a time of my childhood, a time of simplicity. I remember Kenzie and I always taking the four-wheeler or taking one of the lawnmowers and driving down to the creek on my grandpa's lawn. We'd go down there and we'd play and we'd run and we'd swim in what little of the creek there was. And we'd just have a good time. We had no worries, no stress, nothing. It was just us and the open fields and the creek. And it was great. Sometimes I wish I could go back to that childhood where nothing mattered, where I could do anything, where just running around and playing was my only job for the day. I know that's silly. I know I have things to do, and I can't just drop everything and run and play. But I always admire people who just drop everything at the tip of the hat or drop of the dime, and they just go off and they live in that childlike state where they just play. I don't understand that. I am completely organized and I'm completely freaked out, and I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I didn't have organizational. It's funny though. Occasionally I snap back during these rides and I start to listen to music on the radio, stuff that I don't normally get to listen to. I kind of figure out what all the kids are listening to. I switch between radio stations, and I always seem to come back to Taylor Swift, Shake It Off. Seems to be playing on the radio a lot these days. But I don't mind it. I love Taylor Swift. And I'm instantly reminded about the time that Caitlin, my best friend in high school, surprised me with tickets to Taylor Swift. And we went to her concert at the Well in Des Moines. It was one of the funnest nights I had. And I think it was because she just surprised me with tickets. And it was fun, and again, it's one of those memories that brings you back. I begin to sing along to Shake It Off, and I laugh because I'm an awful singer, and anybody who's ever ridden a car with me knows that. It's one of those things, though, when you're by yourself, you can do without fear of anybody judging you. It's one of the things that you can just do without reservations. Just sing your heart out and not worry about anything in the world. As I pull into Ankeny, I quickly snap back to reality. I must stop thinking about all these things that aren't relevant in my life right now. I must come back to reality and start thinking about lesson plans and unit plans and all the other things that I have to do and I need to do. Because that's my life. And though I moan about it and gripe about it, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm doing the things that I love, and I'm surrounded by the people I care about. And I love teaching, and I love doing my lesson plans and my unit plans, and I love the drive every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I love the drive.